Do you know the signs of a lonely dog? Or do you think your furry friend is perfectly content? In a world where we strive to understand our canine companions better, recognizing their emotions, especially signs of loneliness, becomes pivotal. Loneliness isn't just a feeling. It can morph into behavioral issues and impact our dog's health. It's time we delve into these subtleties, learn to recognize them, and ensure our beloved pets are as happy as they make us. So, without further ado, here are the 15 signs that your dog may be feeling lonely. Sign number 1, excessive barking or howling. Dogs communicate through barking, but excessive noise could be a cry for attention. Just like humans, dogs can get bored and lonely too. When they're left alone for too long, they might start making a ruckus just to break the silence, or maybe to let you know they're feeling left out. Moving on to sign number 2, destructive behavior. Dogs are naturally curious and playful, but when they start chewing on your favorite shoes or tearing up the sofa, it might be more than just mischief. They could be acting out due to loneliness and frustration. Lastly, let's talk about sign number 3, changes in appetite. If your furry friend is suddenly eating less or more than usual, it could be a sign of emotional distress. Dogs, just like us, can resort to emotional eating or lose their appetite when they're feeling blue. Remember, these signs are not always due to loneliness, but they are often clear indicators. Moving on to sign number 4, your dog follows you around more than usual. This isn't just about being your cute, fluffy shadow. If your pooch is dogging your every step, it might be trying to tell you something. They're craving companionship, and they need your attention. Sign number 5 is excessive licking or chewing. This can be a self-soothing mechanism for a dog that's feeling lonely. It's a way for them to distract themselves from the emptiness they feel when you're not around. The 6th sign is changes in sleep patterns. If your dog is sleeping more than usual or less than usual, it could be a red flag that they're feeling isolated. Lastly, sign number 7 is aggression. A lonely dog might become more aggressive or act out as a way to get your attention. They're not trying to be bad, they're just desperate to communicate their needs to you. These behaviors may seem random, but they can be a dog's way of expressing their loneliness. Sign number 8, your dog seems unusually quiet or withdrawn. A dog's vocalization is an important means of communication. If your furry friend is usually a chatterbox and suddenly falls silent, it could be a sign of loneliness. Moving on to sign number 9, obsessive behavior. Dogs can show signs of loneliness through repetitive actions such as pacing, chewing, or licking. These actions can become excessive when a dog feels isolated or bored. Accidents in the house make up sign number 10. Dogs are creatures of habit. If your house-trained dog suddenly starts having accidents indoors, it could be a cry for attention or a sign of distress due to loneliness. Lastly, sign number 11, changes in body language. Dogs use their bodies to communicate their feelings. A lonely dog might have droopy ears, a tucked tail, or might avoid eye contact. It's crucial to notice these changes in your dog's behavior, as they can be subtle indications of their emotional state. And finally, sign number 12, your dog shows less interest in activities they once enjoyed. Perhaps that favorite toy remains untouched, or walks which used to be the highlight of their day now seem lackluster. This loss of enthusiasm can be a clear sign of loneliness. Moving on to sign number 13, excessive sleeping. Dogs, much like humans, may sleep more when they're feeling down. If your canine companion is snoozing more than usual, it may be a sign that they're feeling isolated. Sign 14, changes in grooming habits. Dogs often groom themselves to soothe feelings of anxiety or stress. If your dog is grooming more often or less frequently than usual, it's worth paying attention to. Lastly, sign 15, pacing. Pacing can be an indication of restlessness and anxiety, often stemming from feelings of loneliness. If your dog is pacing more than usual, it may be a call for companionship and interaction. These signs may seem trivial, but they can speak volumes about your dog's emotional well-being. So there you have it, the 15 signs that your dog might be feeling lonely. From excessive chewing to unprecedented aggression, these signs can be subtle yet telling. Let's take a moment to quickly revisit them. We've got changed eating habits, excessive barking, and destructive behavior. Then there's increased sleep, loss of interest in activities, and constant pacing. Not to mention excessive licking or chewing, aggression, accidents in the house, and excessive whining. And let's not forget about clinginess, changes in body language, changes in eyes and ears, changes in fur, and lastly, seeking out comfort. These signs are more than just indications of loneliness. They're an urgent call to action. If ignored, this loneliness can lead to serious behavioral and health problems for your dog, such as depression or anxiety. They could become destructive or even aggressive. It's vital to recognize these signs early and take appropriate steps to ensure your dog's emotional well-being. Remember, dogs are social creatures. They thrive on interaction and companionship. Leaving them alone for long periods can take a toll on their mental health, just as it would on ours. Our dogs offer us unconditional love and loyalty. It's only fair that we return that love by ensuring they're mentally and emotionally healthy. Always remember, your dog's emotional health is just as important as their physical health. So, keep an eye out for these signs and ensure your furry friend is happy and content.